遠く道で来た道へ駆け出すスターライト今導いてこんな吹き荒れるとも感情に引きずられるとも目指す場所は一つだけあの星の彼方へ汚れたネットが異様で僕らは傷つきすぎた知らずに消された答えは何の景色を歪めるのかそれでも前へ歌声重ねて不意に良い闇に反射した思いつなぐ先目を凝らして Let there be a light Just keep on sailing through the shining starlight 舵渡れキスだらけの手でも同じ灯火追いかけるのなら遮る向かい風に揺さぶられてる選手はこの先へ渡る止め明かりを探して Breathing 深呼吸の後で振り切れた針がまだ見なす心を一つに Living go for it couple years Literally a couple years かすかに灯る星影になったあれが未来だ針は確かに刺す僕らの向かうべき最高地点 Let there be a light Just keep on sailing through the shining starlight 胸の奥その想いは夢と同じ灯火消した見失わない We only get a couple years 目指す場所は一つだけ
Good evening and welcome back to the Dwarven Fortress of Esmulrakust Filled Tombs, where last time we had quite a lot of Dwarven merchants turn up. As you can see, we have 6 wagons parked outside our trade depot, which I think is 3 separate caravans. And we've mostly been buying their cheese. We've also been trying to cheer up the dwarves and doing a reasonable job of it. There is now only one dwarf who is below neutrally happy. That is actually at the point where they have a down arrow on their there it is on their like icon thing. She's enjoying her sparring sessions at least. Um, I'm not sure whether grim satisfaction is good or not. Possibly not. Um, and yes, she possibly needs some more good experiences to stop her remembering her trauma. Wonder if we can find. Yeah, I wonder what the status of grim satisfaction is. Simon asks, is her name Saved Rag or Saved Drag? I don't know. Look up the language on the wiki and work out and find what Ekast Unib means. Like we might be able to find someone else with one of those elements in their name, actually, mightn't we? Unfortunately, the only Unibs we've got. Oh, but that suggests that Unib is a word. Oh no, that doesn't help me, does it? That tells me it splits into Ekast and Unib, but that doesn't tell me what the two English words are. I could probably try to give something a name to work out the answer to that. I'm not sure I am quite that interested. So yes, what? Does she have any unfulfilled needs? Very little by way of unmet needs. An unmet need to wander, which we think we can get by turning someone into a messenger and sending them on a journey to help somebody and to cause trouble. SGT tells me that the wiki is having a problem with its wet string today. So is she? She's currently in the Truthful Wheels, and thus actually, yeah. But I mean, she doesn't. I was going to say she doesn't have many unmet needs, and so does she had any thoughts about her bedroom? Oh yes, right. She was content after sleeping in a fantastic bedroom. We could upgrade her bedroom a bit further. I'm also slightly. Right, she has dined in a legendary dining room, good. But her bedroom is not a personal palace yet. It's only decent quarters, in fact. We can do better. Kivish Ekast Unib. Right, is that bedroom there? Well, we should start by smoothing more walls. Like that improves the value of everything. So let's smooth her bedroom as a high priority. And then while we're in the area, we'll just smooth everyone's bedroom, at least on this level. What do I actually want to do in this one? I don't want to accidentally send the engravers out into the caverns to do their smoothing, at least not any more than is necessary. That is all one bedroom, isn't it? So we may as well also smooth that weird corridor. Have I already marked this side? I can't remember. Let's do it again anyway. Right. And then we could probably put some nice porcelain paving in that room. At least on the squares that don't already have furniture in. It's a completely oh no, it isn't an undecorated microcline cabinet. It's a pretty poor cabinet though. I think we should replace that with a better cabinet. The bed's not worth very much either. Yeah, we should upgrade that bedroom a bit. But let's get the new floor in place first, and then we can move the cabinet and the bed to onto the floor and then pave the remaining 2 squares. Right, so that might help a little with cheering Kivishek Astunib up. Oh, we appear to have caught a large rat in a cage trap. We should arrange to dispose of that. We can't currently dispose of it because I think the dwarves are still locked inside. Do we currently have a forgotten beast out there that we need to deal with? So we have far too many. Those 2 are both stuck up trees, I think. Yes. Oh, didn't we have a cave crocodile down there somewhere? We were kind of hoping to catch. It looks like it may have gone away. That's a pity. Hang on, is that 2 caged giant rats? Am I confused? Yes, we've apparently caught 2 giant rats. I mean, in theory, we could tame the giant rats. Yes, I wonder what the population change is. The cat is... But what? What? Okay, I'm a little confused about why you are charging at our cat, my dear Axe Lord, whoever you are. I mean, there appear to be several cats sparring. I mean, war dogs sparring seems slightly more plausible, but yeah, I don't quite. Maybe our population. No, I don't think our population does include visitors, unless there is. I think the visitors appear under others until they've like naturalised. So yes, I'm not quite sure where the spare dwarf has turned up from. Oh, we're only getting 10 frames per second. I should fix that. Let me find the make it go whoosh button. There. Make it go whoosh and roast my knees button. That's better. Right, now things are actually happening. Right, so I think now we should try to locate a really good cabinet in the collection of cabinets up here. Like that one. A shale cabinet worth 3,139. Even though the cabinet itself is terrible. Right, let's go for that one then. So it's got, rather curiously, no masterwork decorations on it, but covered in exceptional things. What? Sorry, on the item, among many other decorations, on the item is an exceptionally designed image of Obama Braved Rhythmic, the cougar, in Cave Dragon Bone by Rowold Sagittariist. Obama Braved Rhythmic is labouring. They're a cougar. Cats don't labour. The artwork relates to the settling of the cougar Obama Braved Rhythmic in the Hills of Attacking in 4. Yes, that's quite some cabinet. Right, so that's the exceptionally decorated but otherwise dull shale cabinet. Oh, sorry, BF. So that one. Right, so there's now someone also smoothing the wall of that bedroom, which will also enhance its value, though not by nearly as much as putting this ludicrous cabinet in there. Right, so now we can remove this one, which is actually empty. That's slightly unusual. That will cause that to be taken away and decorated, because obviously everything needs to be decorated. Then we can install a floor underneath in the square where that used to be. So someone has picked up the cabinet and hauled it off to eventually up to this stockpile where it can then be decorated. Freak Beast asks, is this a dwarf fortress or the Brighton Pavilion? Yes. Dwarves like decoration. That room wants cabinet, actually. We could put a slightly less good cabinet in there. Though if I'm going to do that, since we have one spare porcelain, I think we will have one once we've put a floor underneath that bed, or rather move the bed and then put a floor in that square. Let's make a bit of porcelain floor here that we can put a spare cabinet on, so that whoever lives in this room has somewhere to put their shoe. That room wants cabinet as well. Whoever lives there is quite untidy. So what am I doing? Oh yes, I'm finding a good bed. 3,000, okay, that will probably be good enough. The masterwork decorated black cat bed. A nether cat bed will be weird, refrigerated. It might be good in this weather, admittedly, but dwarf fortresses are always at a sensible temperature anyway, because they're underground, unless you get too close to the magma, of course. Right, so the masterfully decorated black cap bed wants to go. I mean, we may be going a bit far here, but if it's a thing's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, especially if you're a dwarf. Right. Now let's put a somewhat unexciting cabinet in this room. I mean, not the immensely dull microclimb one we just removed, but right. So there's now a new bed in this room, so we can now have the old one removed. You don't get to have two beds in your bedroom, that would be an extravagance. Right, and then we can pave the one remaining square with porcelain. With our one remaining porcelain. Right, so that bedroom, once we finish the smoothing, should like be a properly good one. We will then inspect oh right, is this a child's room? Yes, okay, that would explain why the clothes have just been left lying around all over the floor, I expect. Whether a 5-year-old will ever actually tidy up after themselves, I'm not sure. Here's someone else who doesn't tidy up after themselves. Look, there's a cabinet here. You could stick all these clothes in it. Where did I find that room that was utterly full of clothes? Yes. Yeah, have a cabinet. And that one as well, actually. Oh, you're even smoothing the floor in the doorway. Fancy. Dear. That's very odd. Did you get into a fight with an ostrich or something? Like, only one cat is fighting, apparently. I mean, fighting in the sense of dying of having been somehow hurled across the room. That's very strange. I mean, it is quite a crowded room. I still don't understand it. No migrants, but we are at 97 people, so I'm not too worried by that. We will dispose of the cat reasonably rapidly. Right, so how about that bedroom now? Fully smoothed, porcelain block floor, stupidly valuable shale cabinet, including image of a labouring cougar, stupidly valuable black cat bed, including an exceptionally designed image of platypus men. Oh, and you're now no longer unhappy, and I bet you haven't even slept there yet. But you do now have a grand bedroom, which might help. Right, 0 dwarves. No, mystery number 98 was never there. Number 97 was the mystery. Still is the mystery. Right, none of our dwarves are unhappy. That's quite nice. This one of our dwarves is desperately smoothing everything in sight. But happily, she finds work satisfying, so though smoothing walls apparently isn't an act of creativity, so may not be as good as it could be. Right, what now then? There's a nice lot of smoothing going on, which will take forever because I think only one person is doing it. I hope the mayor's mandate wasn't one I need to worry about. Yes, we do. We can see here that this this small mine working is starting to flood now that we've walled it in, but that should be fine. Should probably put in low priority smoothing jobs for all the bedrooms. It's like that will definitely increase their value a bit. Right, those are not yet bedrooms. That layer I've already marked them all for smoothing. Just trying to work out where the boundaries of the bedrooms are here. There and there. Right, and then we go up through to this layer. And that's the highest bedrooms. There's only one thin layer of bedrooms on the above the caverns. Most of them are below the caverns. Below and nestled next to the caverns. Presume we still have some spare bedrooms, and I don't need to make more yet. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. We've had enough deaths recently, mostly caused by a poisonous forgotten beast, that we have spare bedrooms. Oh, what should I do about these large rats? I kind of don't think that large rats are really worth trying to tame. They're not that much fun. We get better things from the elves. So I think we pause that burrow And that will probably cause that one to be automatically taken to the... That one's a giant rat, which is a bit bigger. Do we actually need to say that large rats should also be disposed of here? Yes. But I don't think we want giant... Well, how big is a giant rat, I wonder? Don't think we can easily ask that question. Oh, except we get to see a weight, don't we? That's a wheelbarrow. That's an empty cage. Where's the giant rat cage? Oh, it's that one, yes. So that weighs 441 kilos, and an empty copper cage weighs 267 kilos. So even a giant rat is like only quite big. And I bet we can't train them for war either. Yeah, I think we'll just dump that one. By which I mean we drop it down this hole so that it can leave the map. Like, right, and now there's a human scholar visiting, and I'm pretty sure they don't get counted in residents. They're in other. She's come to study. She'd heard the Sanctuary of Cities was the place to perform research. So she is actually leaving again now. Only a very brief bit of studying, apparently. Oh, there's a dead Kia there. We should dispose of that. I do try to keep things slightly tidy outside. There's lots of people going out, I think, to plant plants. Yes, I think we've dealt with all of the merchants. We have a mandate to make one bracelet. Okay. Or maybe we should find... Oh, there's someone unhappy again. Maybe we should find someone who hasn't created anything for a while. All right, it's Kivish again. Or she felt satisfied upon improving miscellaneous object. She felt satisfied after learning about miscellaneous object. I mean, I'm slightly confused that we've taught someone up to being a proficient miscellaneous object user. Also, Grandmaster Student. Anyway, legendary discipline, but still a bit unhappy. Now she's busy leading a biting demonstration. So yes, I think the trauma is still a problem. But hopefully her bedroom will be upgraded beyond fantastic now, which should help. Causing trouble is quite a difficult one to like non-disruptively satisfy. So, how's the... yeah, so the bedrooms down here are getting gradually smoothed into more valuableness. It should cheer people up. Oh yes, I was going to find someone who had a need to make things. You have a slight need to craft objects. That was Erib Lelgasibrek. Irritatingly slow to try to find people with... Oh, you have a particular need to craft an object. Okay. Moses Likot Edem. Moses Likot Edem. You should make a bone bracelet in order to both satisfy your requirement to make a thing and cheer up the mayor. Moses, there is actually a job waiting for you now. She didn't feel anything talking with an acquaintance. Yes, well, I hope we'll get your self-pity out of the way in a bit. So, it should be the case that there's a trade caravan departing now. But I think that may actually mean that they're busy packing up their stuff first. Ooh, Kivish has gone quite a long way up the happiness thing, despite still not having tried her new bedroom. These are very old wagons. 254-year-old wagon. I'm slightly surprised. So, what else is going on in this fortress? Do I need to organise some more things? Who is unhappy now? Now it's Minkot Zonindok. You have requirements that I think mean I should briefly drop you into the buttery brunch. What? Two of them now? Oh, right, no, it's just Kivish back again. Yes, I think Pray to Veer is still on the list. I think some praying doesn't really work properly. So just moving someone into a new squad is good for getting a few, putting on new items. Thoughts. There's a lot of prayer requirements here, aren't there? Right, back to praying. Possibly the unmet needs. That unmet need didn't actually get completed because it was interrupted by the need to put some clothes on, or put some different clothes on. So the nice thing about being the being in the buttery brunch is that no one ever tells you to do anything, and so you can actually complete your praying. Yes, right, now Pray to Veer has disappeared off the list. She felt wonder after communing with Veer. So yes, meditating on the wind will probably not help very much. Curiously, she still has an unmet need acquire object. I'm not quite sure what it takes to sort that one out. No, Ostath isn't who you're meant to be praying to. Do you have too many gods? Yes, look, that's just an impractical number of deities. You're never going to be able to satisfactorily pray to all of them. Right. Ostath dealt with. Praying to Anan the White. You're just going to spend your next few years... Oh, no. Can't finish praying to Ostath. Oh, Anne the White. Need to go and sleep. Still, get a blissful for that. At least until someone comes along and smooths the wall of your bedroom. What? Someone's down at Orange? Oh, it's Kivish again. Kivish, you should go to bed. Sleeping will make you much happier because you have an awesome bedroom now. Possibly we need slightly more people than just Meng Kosoth says to be smoothing walls. It is going to take a little while. Plus, she's just fallen asleep in the middle of smoothing. See, she gets triumph out of our win rather than grim satisfaction. Still only an adequate stone cutter. Are we really that short on decent stone cutters? Yep. Like possibly we could bring someone else in. For anyone who has no job who would turn out to be a good stone cutter, I wonder. Disdain's artwork probably not right for a stone cutter. You're an engraver already. I suppose maybe stone cutting isn't technically art. Patient and creative, yeah, maybe you should be a stone cutter. Yeah, after you've made that bracelet, obviously. Because you have a definite need to be creative. Plus, the mayor has asked for one. Right, focused, satisfied at work. Now going off to smooth a wall. Okay. Right. So now we might have two people smoothing walls, which might speed things up a bit. Probably not very much, though. Especially since the new one is no good at it at all. Well, I mean, it's got up to dabbling now. So presumably the mayor is now content with the situation, yes. You should have proud remembering having had a mandate deadline met. Should you not like have also had a proud at the very recent meeting of a mandate? Oh, a siege operator has been taken by a Fey mood. It's claimed a mechanics workshop, so we're going to get a masterwork mechanism. We're going to get a masterwork mechanism with no decoration, it looks like. Yep, a completely undecorated masterwork mechanism. Okay. Presumably that won't take you very long. You haven't banned anything annoying from being exported, have you? No. Good. Oh dear, we've got an unhappy baby. Mincot, how are you getting on? You still need to get round to praying to Lim Future Dragon. Your life will get a lot better when you pray to Lim Future Dragon. Get on with it. Meditating on death will not help you. You need more prayer. Mostly. Yes, Ostath and Ustuth are two different gods. No, meditating on fortresses won't help. Pray to limb future dragon, go on, you know you want to. Right, we don't actually get the ability to look at the creature sheet for a god. So who else do we have? We have a baby, right? Yes, can't do very much about unhappy babies. I remember that from the previous fortress. At best, we can once they grow up to be children, we can give them good bedrooms. Well, maybe you shouldn't sleep there then if it's so annoying. I bet you have a bedroom. Right, an artifact granite mechanisms. Okay, it isn't entirely undecorated, but it's very close. These are granite mechanisms, all craft or ships of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of rectangular granite cabochons that end. So we should use that next time we want an indestructible mechanisms. Not quite sure where that would be. Right, we'd like an indestructible floor hatch. Have we got an indestructible? Have we got an artifact floor hatch in this place? I don't think we have. No. Like in the last one, we had the occasional artifact floor hatch, which were quite useful for being unbreakable. That was an extremely unexciting, strange mood. It just worked. Possibly that is like a consequence of engineers' strange moods. So I think that probably just means everything we have is studded with copper. And apparently with platinum. Yes, there's one, for instance. On the image is a superiorly designed. On the item is a superiorly designed image of Maund Nose, the noiseless petal, the jagged pig iron greaves in platinum. So yes, we have the amusing thing that we're running out of things to decorate. But we're still short of bags, though, for making plaster. I mean, I'm slightly concerned that maybe it'll turn out that that's because we have an infinite amount of plaster. But maybe not. Oh, wasn't the problem something particularly stupid, like we couldn't actually we weren't storing the correct things in the bag stockpile? Yes, that we have this stockpile that takes bags, but there doesn't seem to be a, like, I want them to be empty button. I mean, I assume they're not. I kind of wonder, is there something somewhere else for empty bags? we can have a thing for bag refuse, but that doesn't seem sensible. Don't quite know under what circumstances you'd want that. That's leather unused. There we've only turned on bags. There is sandbags, but I don't want ones with sand in. I want ones without seeds in. Bags are not listed under finished goods. Not even empty bags. Not sure you can make coins out of blazing cloth, but maybe. Maybe blazing cloth isn't actually a cloth. Or maybe it's a kind of silk. All right, blazing cloth. It's a kind of silk cloth. Not quite clear where we might get it from. But nonetheless, it doesn't include empty bags. Maybe we just need a bigger stockpile for seeds somewhere else. Like that one has plump helmet spawn and nothing else in it. Surely it should at the very least have rock nuts in it, because we know we get rock nuts. But that does appear to get bags of seeds. So that's our more general seed stockpile. It doesn't really have very much in it. I don't know that we want to like pile up all of our seeds outside, though. I mean, they're not much use indoors, I suppose. Yeah, go on. Let's edit this stockpile to actually say all kinds of seeds except, for now, for rock nuts and plump helmet spawn. And it's allowed to have indefinite barrels, but we do, oh right, only loose seeds get put in. Oh no, hang on, that's the one I want. Yeah, so that so bags of seeds can get put into barrels. Well, let's see if this does anything useful. In particular, this stockpile should slightly perversely take from the empty bag stockpile. As should the underground seeds stockpile. Right. So then my hope is that these will get hauled off to the overground seed stockpile, if that can in fact be reorganised adequately. While we're here, let's just tidy up a bit. Right, that's a bit tidier. So a lot of, oh, that's putting all the things I've just marked for just unforbidden in places, isn't it? All right, you're hauling some lettuce seeds. Excellent. That might actually be what we wanted to happen. No, or at least other seeds are now being. But nonetheless, someone is. You're just returning a book to the library. Good. You're moving seeds around in a good way. Including collecting them all up and shoving them into a barrel. Okay, there are lots of people moving seeds around now. Which is probably for the best. Grouchy in a snowstorm though. You have some fairly urgent needs. It's possible that we have too many seeds. Right, that's our explanation for getting up to 98 population at least. What? I've just spotted like 3 elf corpses down here. Don't want you leaving your skeletons lying around on our hillsides. Right, no, still more teeth I'd like to get dumped. Right, how are we doing? Clearing out those bags in the hope of having some space for some empty bags. Yes, right. So we now have plenty of space for storing some bags. Now have we got any bags to put in there? It's hard to tell. We're busy moving all of the things from the battlefield, or at least a load of extra things from the battlefield. Excuse me, I just found another tooth that needed to be disposed of. Right. And some more. Dear goblins, please stop leaving your teeth lying around my fortress. It is untidy. Still no spare empty bags there though. Can I see the bags here? There's an empty bag though. There's an empty bag. Yeah, we do have empty bags in this fortress. Not many, mind, but a few. I think it is possible we have too many seeds though. Also, our kaolinite stockpile's empty, so I am a little... Oh, hang on, no, it's gypsum that's used to make plaster, isn't it? So yeah, we definitely need to make more plaster. Right, there we go. Let's find out whether that task works. No, it doesn't. Well, okay, that wasn't it, but there are still no bags in the stockpile. Okay, we're short of lead apparently. So that might warrant doing a bit of galena mining. How are we for galena? This is a very relaxed. We're just sorting out all of our stuff kind of task evening. So we're short of kaolinite actually. We should go and mine some more kaolinite at some point. We do have a bit of galena in stock. But it might be worth getting a bit more. It's a vague feeling I spotted some actually connected to the fortress somewhere. Down here, maybe I'm confused. Now that's a bit of galena there. Right, we could just decide that we're going to mine some of that. What the hell, we'll do all of it. So that means that we can find other things worth mining, like small bits of green, clusters of green zircon. Okay, this is kind of breaking up those bedrooms a bit. We'll probably want to try to put the bedroom walls back. Wonder if we have any more porcelain yet? Yes, we do. Just enough to fill in that little gap in the wall. Not enough to fill in that little gap in the wall, though. Oh, I wonder what that was. Oh, was that a bunch of traders leaving, perhaps? Is some slightly ludicrous mine working. I think in order to allow myself to build suitable walls to connect, I think I should build a wall across here. Since we're out of porcelain, I'll just build it out of whatever blocks we have got. And then mine oops, yes, like that. To connect that up to the corridor. That's nice. I'm not after tetrahedrite right now. Right, okay, that's probably an adequacy of galena. Now we just need to repair all these bedrooms. Happily, we have quite a lot of stone blocks because the troll siege engineers keep bringing them. Including ones made of bituminous coal, which is just weird. But I think bituminous coal is a fairly valuable material, so it seems worth building bedroom walls out of it. Right, maybe we should leave this one open because the otherwise it won't be accessible. Instead I will expand that bedroom out to there, which, oh no, it now overlaps that one, does it? Oh, that's only because the walls haven't been built yet. No, the walls have been built. Possibly it just needs to be officially repainted. No. Okay, where's the... Apparently there's a floor square without a door where those two overlap. Don't think they do. Let's just reduce it to its obvious size and check that it doesn't overlap then. And then we'll add bits and see what it is that seems to overlap. Oops. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And is this going to be okay as well? Yes. Okay, I think there was just some confusion there, possibly because I've marked in the bedrooms when the walls weren't yet built. Right, so all those bedrooms are now closed again. Some of them are slightly silly shapes. Still short of empty bags. What's going on? Why is no one putting anything in? To that stockpile. Where are our empty bags? Do I need to make more bags? Possibly I need to make more bags. Possibly, actually, it's midnight and I need to actually get up sometime quite early tomorrow. You can see the smoothing has been going on in order to convert the fairly ordinary limestone and so forth down here into the smoothed form, which will probably be improving everyone's happiness. On which subject? Kivish Ekastunib is still unhappy. Despite having slept in a bedroom like a personal palace. Oh well, maybe we'll sort that out next time. So yes, I think it's now snoozing time, and I should wind up. I will not be here this Sunday or a week today, but I will be back a week on Sunday, I think, after my holidays. So I will see you then. In the meantime, let us save wherever we happen to be and say good night. Good night.